This is The Roman Show.
Played it a little safe in there. I was using my footwork and trying not to get in a slugfest with him because I knew how tough he was. And just playing a little bit smarter, getting the takedowns and, scoring the points and controlling him a little bit. But not my rock 'em, sock 'em like usual, but it got the win, so I'm happy.
Almost 40 fights on your record. You've never been out for this long. This is by far the longest layoff. Did it feel weird out there? Like first round, did you feel like you needed some time to get acclimated again?
No, I don't think so, because I think about fighting every single day. I'm always in the gym, so that's not really a factor for me. But getting out there and seeing the fans made me happy, and that was a nice treat, and I'm glad to be back. That's for sure.
And kind of funny how it was, as you mentioned, 364 days, a Fox show, and not quite main card like last time. But did you feel like, all right, this is a good way to come back after that time? You even look like a grown man now with the facial hair. You look like a lot has happened in the last year for you.
Well, even taking a year off and not cutting weight, it did good to my body. I grew a little bit, so that felt nice. Cutting weight over and over and over again, and I've had some years I'll fight back to back to back to back. So cutting to 170, I never really get a chance to rebuild or gain some muscle and do strength and conditioning. So this time I did, and I think it helped. But I didn't feel ring rust. I just I felt great out there, just moving my feet and whatnot.
Were you surprised it was a split?
Not really, because I did score more points and I did bloody him up. But if you look at the pace and the way the fight was going, he would turn it on at the end of the rounds, and so some judges can see that as a split, and I understand, right? It wasn't like I was completely dominating him. I was scoring more points and I cut him up and bloodied him up. So it looks like I'm winning more, but when you look at the fight as a whole and you see the pressure and the pace of it, I could kind of see a split decision there.
But it means that one of the judges gave him the second round, which you seem to pick him apart in the second as well as the first.
Yeah, I guess. I guess I'll have to watch it. Yeah, we'll see. But I'm happy with the win. I don't really care what it is, as long as it's a W. That's fine with me. Obviously, I want the knockout. But that's not the way I was playing it.
Jordan, in the third round, he had you in the toe hold. You were grimacing. How close were you to tapping?
I was actually thinking about it, and I was like, I'm not going to tap, but it was hurting a lot. But there was a lot of blood from it and a lot of sweat. And I think that helped me a lot and got me out. And I heard my dad yelling at me, push his leg off. Kick him, use my feet to kick his arms and whatnot, but it was hurting. It was hurting bad, and I told him after. I said that was tight, and that was good. So, no, I'm good. I'm healthy. I can walk fine. Nothing's tweaked. But if I don't think that if there was any of that blood there, I think I would have been in a bit more trouble.
So if this happens in the first round, do you think you have to tap? Like if you're less sweaty?
I guess, yeah. I guess you can never know, but the sweat definitely helped and the blood helped, but. Luckily, I got out of it.
Now that you get the win, do you get to go watch some hockey? You rooting for anybody in the playoffs?
I don't really watch hockey that much, to be honest. I do like playoff hockey. It's a completely different game. And Versteeg's from Lethbridge, so I'll be cheering for the Chicago Blackhawks. I guess he's always fun to watch, and it's good to see him there.
And recently, you were training with Tyron Woodley, helping him prepare for the Condit fight. Did you learn anything from him, just being around a guy like that who works hard? Anything that you took away from that experience?
Yeah, seeing how hard he works, and we never really went over technique or teaching-wise. He had Dean Thomas there, and that was a huge help. Thank you, Dean, for helping me out and giving me a game plan and whatnot. And just going round and round and round after round with Tyron was a great learning experience for me. Having him all over you over and over and over again is a huge help.
Are you going to keep doing that?
Yeah, I want to keep going everywhere in training, wherever guys want me and wherever they'll accept me and have me at their camp. I'd be happy to.
Is it a package deal with the old man? Does he have to come along too, or do you get a break from him?
Oh, once in a while I get a break, but he likes to come and train as well. So. Maybe go down to San Diego, and he's always down for anywhere hot to go.
Of course, San Diego.
Oh, absolutely.
Go north, wow. Colder than where you guys live. I don't know if that's even possible, right?
No one's training in none of it. I don't think.
Northwest Territory.
Yeah, but no, I hope I can get around and train, and I got so many good guys at home that I'm training with. But it's always good to go travel and train and get new perspective and new guys.
Now that you're back, how long would you like to wait until your next fight?
2 years, just to make it safe. No, I don't know. As long as I feel healthy, I'm gonna get right back into the gym and start training again. Because when after you're done a fight, and you take time off, it's not really like you're getting better. You're just getting back, getting in shape for the next fight. So I'm gonna keep myself in shape and get better and grow from here. So soon.
How much different do you think this training camp will be your next one compared to the one you just went through?
Well, it depends where I go. The different guys have different styles. I wrestled and did lots of sparring rounds with Tyron, so that was good. And everybody at my gym, we did a lot of grappling rounds and a lot of mixed martial arts rounds. So I think it'll be the same, but we'll see. The time off, and I'm not really going hard for 6 weeks or training camp. We'll see how that changes. Maybe start repping on some different things.
And what did the Brown experience do for your confidence? Because you came in, you looked so good against Miller, and then they put you right back in there. Great opportunity on the main card in Fox, and it had been a while since you had suffered defeat like that. Not just defeat, but the injury and then the other injury. Was there ever a point where you started doubting yourself? Low on confidence. What did that do for you, coming from the high of 158 and then the Fox show?
I think just learning my threshold. And seeing my levels and my limits that I can go, and now that I've seen them hit my limits in that fight, I knew how much more I could grow and how much more I can take, and that's what I took from that fight. And, the pressure of it all, and now this fight I felt great. I didn't feel, much pressure. Just, going through those 2 first fights, I think that really helps. And I mean, he just had his first UFC fight, so I'm sure it was all, new to him as well. But that's the sport. I mean, you're going to have your first UFC fight regardless, if you make it here. So just taking that away at my threshold, my limit, and pushing beyond it, I think I've learned a lot, and I've done so.
Do you have any interest of being on that Vancouver card? Do you care when it's a Canadian card? Is that something that interests you at this point? It doesn't really.
Taxes interest me a lot. Yeah, I would love to. And Vancouver's a blast. I've been there as a fan. And it's so much fun. The crowd's always there early. Same as Montreal shows. It's just packed. The streets are packed. Everybody's walking around. It's a really good environment. And more of my friends and family can go. They can drive to Vancouver and watch me fight. So that'd be great.
What do you want next in the welterweight division? Is there anybody you want to fight next?
No one specifically. I've been asked by that from one of my coaches here, but no one in general. Just a hard fight, and that I can test my skills again and be pushed and see where that limit is again. Thanks.
This is The Roman Show.